Hey there, Pisces. How you doing? Welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. We're going to check in for your energies. Sun, moon, and rising will be the most dominant. So let's check in. I am going to do a Celtic cross. I'm actually going to start with the Kipper cards, and then I will clarify with a tarot, with the tarot deck. So let's just get into it and see what comes on through for our Pisces. Thank you, Spirit. What do we need to know? The current energies. Thank you. We've got main male. What's crossing this? Courthouse. What's influencing this energy right now? We've got mature woman. Past as it's impacting the present. Thief. While this deck may have, certain words related to the card, it can have a lot of different meaning, and I'll tap into the energy to give you some further clarity, okay? What's going on above this situation? We've got change energy, near future. Main female. Wow. You always seem to get main male and main female in every time I use this deck with you guys, it seems. Your current power. Poverty. Environment. You're probably like, how is poverty power, Jamie? As I said, we'll get into it. Environment, toil and labor. Spirit's got a pretty potent energy for you right now. Hopes and fears, you've got bad health. Hang in there, Pisces. This is not all bad. Outcome is marriage. And this is what I'm talking about. I felt it. And then we've got courtship underneath. Okay. Straight up, the energy, I'm just going to give you a quick roundabouts of this and then I'll clarify. But right now, the energy, there seems to be some... with a masculine around or something that's related to a masculine energy, there seems to be some complexity here around some form of agreement, some form of arrangement. This could be legal. This could be something contractual. Whatever this is, what I feel like is that there's another energy that's influencing this overall decision, choices. Some of you could be looking at your current relationship, your current marriage, could be, agreements with children. This could also be about work or some arrangement that you have with someone, okay? I feel like there is an energy influencing this, and I feel like whatever's happening here, I feel like someone's buckling up, like tightening their belt, getting ready, because what I feel is happening, and this could be you or this could be who you're dealing with. So just take what resonates for you, Pisces, because it is moving in the right direction, and I'm going to share why and how. The thief energy in the past is usually something that hasn't been trusted, okay? Obviously, a thief, we know that they steal, they take. They're different to someone who's a liar. Just want to make that very relevant here. So this is someone who's taken something, taken advantage of a situation, has seen something that they wanted. This could be envy energy as well. There's something here where I feel like someone's trying to protect themselves, or there's protective energy around the situation because of this thief energy. But, sometimes it's also the mindset of like, here's an example, right? If you've been through a separation or a relationship breakup where you've lived together, maybe it was a marriage, maybe you own things together, and someone got the raw end of the deal, and it's like, why do I need to do it tough because you made the mistake or because you did this to the relationship, right? That kind of energy is, I feel, what's happened. Like someone hasn't done the right thing here, and in addition to probably hurt and difficulties and challenges, this is also the impact and the implode it's potentially had. And this is, again, could be the person that's going through this, including yourself, but I feel like this is where things are being looked at or why things are tightening up. For some of you, there could even be a prenuptial agreement if you're heading into a new relationship, because someone here is really trying to influence a situation or an outcome when it comes to some form of contract, okay? In terms of like the mindset, what I can see here, above you, this is, what's going on above you. what's best for you, what's most ideal for you, but this can also be what's coming in your thoughts, and impacting this is about some form of change, relocation, travel, moving somewhere. This is also where it's kind of like there's a burden, and I'm getting actually a tight chest, like a little bit of anxiety coming with this. So that could be part of what is happening here, is that you don't know everything that's unfolding. You can feel it. And it's okay, well, what changes with this? Is this for the betterment? What is this for? Or should I be doing this for myself? When it comes to some form of change, it's either something that you're worried about what someone's doing, or I feel like what the impact is on you with this change as well. So there seems to be like two parallel kind of energies that has some repercussion either which way for one party or the other party. It kind of is a simultaneous thing that's going on here, is how it feels and as comes across. So I do feel like there is a significance between the two people in terms of the connection, or the person and the organization, whatever that may be. But in the near future, you do have a main female. And I feel like this is recognizing, putting things back into your corner and who you are and what you need to do. And a lot to remember here with feminine energy is the power in that feminine energy, okay? This could also be someone that's coming in who's going to support you, who's going to hold you back, who understands you. There's something really, I feel a lot of strength with this energy right now. So either drop into that feminine energy while you're going through decision making. Maybe you do need to lean into someone with this change. Maybe some of you are having to move for a period of time, like a little bit of adjustment with where you're living or locating, or stepping into a new role. But I feel like whatever this feels like a bit of very strong, supportive feminine energy. Trust themselves, knows themselves. Again, I feel this is something that's more being encompassed by yourself. Now, with this poverty energy, this toil and labor and bad health, this is the energy of power, your power, the environment, and the hopes and fears. But you come out with this marriage energy. You do have this courthouse energy, which is contractual energy. What I'm liking about where this is going, what's coming across here is that sometimes in life, we choose to, we can, we don't have to. But what I feel is that there's a point in time, this is a 3 and 7, 10 burden, okay? When there's sometimes the burden, the harshness, the hard yards that we're in, where we know that we're working our butt off, sometimes for little reward, or no matter what we do, we feel like we just can't get ahead. And with that too, there's also this worry that, am I ever going to heal from this difficult situation that I found myself in, okay? And that's what energy is showing up right now. But where this is heading to in terms of the outcome is this marriage energy. This feels heavy. It does feel heavy, Pisces, but this is like the lion's portal right now, the gateway. We have the full moon in Aquarius coming up in the next week. We've got a lot of beautiful energy, Venus, Jupiter conjuncting. There's a lot of beautiful energy that's happening, but for all these things to also open up, we sometimes have to also recognize, where's the disconnect? Where's the disharmony? What can we do about it? What's our truth about it? And I feel this is where this truth is kind of like, I am so freaking tired. I don't want to do this anymore. And it allows you to change the tempo or change the beat. And I feel you've been putting yourself out for something or wanting to make a significant change in your life. It's been showing up in different ways lately. But what it's telling me here is where you're coming out to is this marriage energy. It's coming into union. It's coming into connection. It's coming into partnership. Yep, this might be a romantic relationship. This might be your current marriage. This might be a new workplace. It's a union. It's as we know, a marriage is union in spirit, in soul, but also contractual, okay? So there's something here for a lot of you that I really feel that something is going to shift from this difficult period or this hardship, this heaviness, this survival mode, and get you into a place of success, Yeah, and where it's very, very supportive. Now, let me just get a clarifier on each one for you, just to get a little bit deeper on what you need to know and how to best support yourself through all this, okay? So the main male, straight up, we have got Seven of Swords and Page of Cups. So again, there's something here, like I said, the past impacting the present. There's something here that you're not trusting, or something here where this energy, this masculine energy, is really getting strategic on how to move forward, how to apply something, how to go to a certain direction. Spirit's potentially asking you here too to get more strategic, look at the finer details, because I can see there is curiosity and there's interest here around this masculine energy going either which way, you towards them towards you. But again, there's something about strategy that's incredibly important here. But also coming from a place, there could be a little bit of naivety here. So just be mindful of that. Or sometimes, and with naivety, it's usually comes from a place where we haven't had experience in that, or we're just seeing everything like, head in the clouds a little bit, but it's not a bad thing. It just means that sometimes, and it's not playing it safe. There's a little airy, floaty energy that feels around this. And I just don't want you to miss something here, okay? This person could be charming, this energy, you could be just trusting. There's something here that I feel you're being asked, get a little bit more strategic. And sometimes this strategy can be, let them underestimate you if that's the case. And I think we had a reading not long ago on that too. Let them underestimate you if that's what they need to, but don't underestimate them. Okay, be open, be curious, and be a little constructive, and get into the finer detail where you need to. This is not something just pass you by, because if you're not doing this, they're definitely doing this. They're looking into something, or they're looking at a way forward here, or a way to handle this situation. And it may not be as a big deal for some of you. This could just simply be that someone, is looking at how, if this is a role or job, or trying to get a promotion, like what path and journey is most ideal that you can take that gains curiosity, that gains interest. This could be someone that you're dating. This could be, trying to repair a relationship. This could be ending a relationship. There's could be different scenarios, but it's important to, I think be true to you and not get too carried away in the energy, and just, drop in, be a little present, look a little bit deeper. Courthouse. We've got Three of Pentacles. So whatever this challenge is with this contract, this could be around work, but I feel whatever this is, this person wants to work with you, okay? But it is showing up as a challenge right now, so I feel like there's going to be a little bit more here that you may need to do. Let me just get one more on the Three of Pentacles and where that will go. So yeah, like I said, this could be work related. Five of Wands, yeah. So there is some competing energy here. We already see it, but I feel like you guys can work together and we'll get through this, because this is something that I feel will alleviate, like I said, as you move through this. Mature woman, what do we need to know about this mature woman energy? We've got the Nine of Wands, which, is a little bit on this change energy as well. A number 9. Look, what I feel is happening here right now, the influence here in terms of this energy and the advice that's coming with it, keep persisting. This is something to keep persisting on. I feel like you are really strong and really resilient. And if this mature woman represents you in terms of that energy, supportive, nurturing, there's this also magnetic energy they have. It's like, I feel like this matriarchy kind of energy in something, someone who's skilled, someone who's been there, who's done that. That's what this energy is about. So again, this is a part, I think, of not underestimating yourself or this situation, but importantly, where you may be a little bit exhausted and tired and feel like for some of you, maybe you're looking at retirement, or in, looking at what retirement may look like. There is something here about this energy and this person, not to give up in the pursuit of something right now, okay? Whatever this thing is, that it's asking you to keep pushing through, okay? Keep pushing through whatever this is, or whoever that you need to go to gain to this support right now. You're not alone on the journey. But I am getting that, you feel a little bit tired, because you are someone here is doing it quite tough, or to a point of just not wanting to do it this hard anymore. And I totally get it. Past as in the present with this thief energy. Knight of Swords. Yeah. So I think something, in terms of news or information that may come through, or what you may learn. It's interesting with the words coming through. It's kind of like stealing someone's heart, or stealing someone's energy. I don't know why that's coming through. But also what, sometimes here they have the watch and a clock. So this could also be about a timing impact, okay? And I feel like there's something here that's coming on through that can be very helpful. Something from your past that you remember, learn, witness, information that drops in or crosses your path here. I feel like there's going to be some worthy information, news, or something about a time factor that's going to be relatively important here. And something's going to click. Whatever comes through, it's going to make sense. It's going to click. And I feel this is going to be part of the strategy or the conversations or something moving forward. I feel this is very helpful, whatever's coming through, okay? In terms of the change energy, we have got the 9 of Swords. So we've got 3 9s now. So another 9 confirming the 9. So there is some worry. This is in the mental space as well, okay? Both the 9 of Swords and the position the card's in. So there is some worry about some change that is going on, maybe a relocation. Maybe you're looking at just a change, like I said, in your career or in your life or in your family. Something here is a little concerning. Let's just get one more on the 9 of Swords and the advice. Got the King of Cups energy. Yeah, this one, it's an interesting one because I feel when I keep coming back up here, I feel like quite a tight chest every time I come up to this energy for some reason. So there could be some thoughts that are impacting some situation right now, but it seems to be a lot around change and the perseverance, okay? Because this is about perseverance, and this is also too like a breaking point, and it's interesting. Got timing again, something about the time. This is like 12:30 in the morning, I think, that clock. But this energy gives a little bit of peace that comes with it. So again, I'm not sure who this King of Cups represents, or how you're connecting to this King of Cups, or the desire for this King of Cups, or if this is you stepping into, you've got to do what you need to do, and you can do it heart-centered. You can do it with an approach of, putting your heart and mind into something and navigating this situation. You have what you need, Pisces, okay? And I feel that's incredibly important to remember. And any fear or anxiety, because that's what I'm feeling, a little bit of anxiety coming up around this situation, you do have this. Sometimes change is inevitable, but you've been asking for something, you've been praying for something, and this change that needs to happen is in support of this. Please remember that, okay? You ask for things, it means things are not going to stay the same. If you're wanting change and you're participating in the change, because sometimes we need to do that, or the rug gets pulled in some way or another, right? There's a positive reinforcement that comes with it if you allow that to occur, which I see, again, is happening. Main female, what do we need to know about this main female? Page of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. Again, there's something really good coming through here. I feel like there's some good news coming your way. When you maybe feel like someone can't see your brilliance, especially if you're applying for a job, someone can't see what you bring to the table, maybe you're constantly competing for a certain access to something, right? Which can be really frustrating just sometimes to get your resume or CV viewed. Maybe some of you, just feel like whoever that you're being put up against, like, why is this so hard to, get paid more, to get a better job, to, whatever it is, to get a certain home, to educate, up your education, whatever it is. It's just, it seems like there's difficulty and it's challenging you. But what I am sensing here, you may end up hearing from a feminine energy, or something's going to be presented to you where information is going to come through that's going to get you busy, get you going, both financially and support you in terms of whatever that you want to do. And it's good news, whatever's coming through here. And I do feel for a lot of you, this is around work or around an opportunity that you've been wanting to get access to be a part of, to incorporate, to experience. So I really, really like that. And that's in the near future. Let's have a look at this poverty energy in terms of your power. Two of Cups. For the Two of Cups to be here, clarifying this energy, what this can also mean here too, that there's a connection right now that may not be giving to, or may be lacking, but it's helping you refocus on what you need to refocus on. There's something here about the focus and the energy of something that I think is incredibly important. But it could also be, too, a choice that you need to make. Let's get one more on this Two of Cups. Lovers. Wow. There's a very significant choice here on a direction, on a partnership, on a union. But it also seems like something is lacking. Maybe, that's a part of your life that you feel is missing or not coming together. Some of you are definitely feeling the loss of someone in your life. Or a loss of a situation. But I feel like there is movement happening. Something is shifting here, okay? But this is also Cancerian energy, and where all the magic is happening over the next week, a lot is happening in Cancer. So around the home front, around driving something forward, around our relationships, it's also going to be different to where Cancer sits in your chart particularly. But this is also about being determined to go after. There's a cup that's standing up and there's a cup in her hand, okay? You've also got the Two Cups showing here. And someone's looking. It's like at your next move. Are we heading in the same direction? But you're in control of this. And I think that's part of your power, your energy. Where there's been loss, there's also opportunity. There's new growth. You get to decide what you want to do next. Whether there's been, again, change, disappointment, letdown. There's something here that I think in the energy is shifting quite significantly here for you. A big part is grabbing hold of that and choosing that. Toil and labor, Seven of Cups. Yeah. So I feel like, the work that you're doing, the energy you're putting in, what you're getting in return, this seems to be is the part that's on your mind here. Okay. Searching for new ways forward, seeking, perhaps thinking about what life would be like when you're out of this energy, when you're in a new energy. And that new energy could be the type of work that you're doing the work that you love, spending more time with family, having an amazing partnership, whatever that thing is that has been a lot of hard work for you, maybe the financially, where the freedom is. There's two things here that are happening: opportunity and thought. Which one are you more a part of? If you're a part of both, that's great. But I think there's a key thing here. What are you doing to produce, to create change, to support yourself? Because I can see that there is some ambition and driver within you here. But I think a key part of the environment is this, are you thinking this is wishful thinking? Are you participating in the change? Are you recognizing what's giving, what's taking away? Because I feel like you're seeking some change here, Pisces, but I think a part of the change, there's also a bit of fear of what can that be? What does that look like? How does this change? Bad health, hopes and fears. Ten of Cups, I like it. I like it. So I feel you're healing. You're coming to a place of good health, good healing, good energy. There's something that's shifting and changing here, okay? So keep focusing on that Ten of Cups. Marriage energy. Got a lot coming here. Okay. So I got the Six of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is nice, you know. I do think for some of you, you're wondering if someone's going to come forward here. You could be questioning whether someone's going to be coming forward. You could be questioning... there's something about the way someone gives towards something that I feel that you're really connected into right now. And also new opportunity. Maybe some of you are going back to a past type of job or role or position or industry that you may be looking at. Because I feel this is more about your ambitions and your successes and drives and motivators, but also to how the other party, people, situations show up for this. But I feel like there's a little bit of curiosity, a little bit of interest into something that you may feel comfortable in doing, or someone you're comfortable in knowing or know quite well. There feels a little bit of intimacy with this person or situation that it's like information you know because you've been here or know it. Okay, so it could be, like I said, a job, a role, an industry, or it could be a person, a spouse, a former spouse, a new partner. There's some familiarity with it, and I feel like you're driving this Wheel of Fortune right now. Obviously, Spirit's working with you, but I feel like there's something really important that's happening here. This could be an amazing new connection that's coming into your life, a new partnership, a new job opportunity. There's something here that I feel you've really been putting your energy into and really believing in it and really hoping for it. There also just seems to be, you know, some challenges that have been in the way. I feel like that there's a part of you that's just shedding something pretty significant that's been part of your story for some time now. I do feel like you've been hitting a little bit of a wall on something, trying to get something to really progress and move forward. And could be part of the stress that's happening. And again, can someone just not see, this is how I show up? This is what I bring to the table. Like, when is this thing gonna show up? Like, that's what this feels like. But feels like there's a lot of progress that's being made, but it still feels like you're just keeping your head above water in some regard to something here. And maybe those days come and go, you know, like you feel like you're making great progress, and then other times it feels like, oh my God, I can't keep, you know, I'm just trying to breathe and get through each day. Sometimes is how it feels. So the energy could be a little bit bouncy, but I feel like something's going to make sense here, and you're going to start really thinking about all these things in your life if you're not already, because opportunity is coming. So whatever you're doing to participate in this situation that's presenting to you, because there is some situation here that you're working with that has something to do with the contracts or agreements, that's definitely showing up here. It does seem like there's something that may not be on the same page as yet. There could be a bit of competition, but it does seem to be a lot about your future, what this looks like, or people working together, okay, in some regard. I feel like you will get on the other side of this. I do feel you're going to find some peace with this and some strength in this and some unity, that you're moving into a really blessed place, okay, because this is where you're going next is destined. This is part of your journey, an important part of your journey. So keep holding on to this High Priestess energy. That's your energy. And, you know, opportunities that do present themselves, something will make sense to you when it does show up. But it's interesting. There's some familiarity about something that does show up, and it's going to make sense to you to really, I feel, grab hold of it and charge forward. Okay. Because your power is pushing forward with some partnership, opportunity, or choice here. You've got a very strong pull, connection, something here that's coming on in, okay? But what you do with it next is really going to be up to you. So I'm going to leave it there, dear Pisces. I'd love to know more in the comments below how this resonates, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Bye now.